Money for jobs and education. Not for war and deportation. I said money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for wars and deportation.
Not for wars and deportation.
I said chinga la migra. Chinga la migra.
Chinga la migra.
I said chinga la migra. I said chinga la migra.
Chinga la
I said ice out of DC.
Ice out of DC.
Ice out of everywhere.
She tweaking.
Ice out of DC.
Them girls tweaking.
Ice out of everywhere. I said no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. 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 Ice out of DC.
Ice out of DC.
I said ice out of everywhere.
Ice out of everywhere.
Ice out of DC. I said ice out of everywhere. He said no ice H2.
No ice HQ.
No ice H2.
No ice HQ.
I said no ice H2.
Shorty is tweaking.
I said no ice HQ.
No ice HQ.
Move ice, get out the way. Get out the way, ice, get out the way. Move.
Ice, get out the way. Get out the way. Ice, get out the
I
way.
said move ice, get out the way. Get out the way, ice, get out the way. Move.
Ice, get out the way. Get out the way. Ice, get out the way.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Say when workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight
Say
back.
when workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight
I
back.
said, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Ice out of DC.
Ice out of DC.
Ice out of everywhere. I said ice out of DC.
Ice out of DC.
Ice out of everywhere.
Ice out of everywhere.
I said ice out of DC.
Ice out of DC.
Ice out of everywhere.
Ice out of everywhere.
I said ice out of DC.
Ice out of DC.
Ice out of everywhere.
Ice out of everywhere.
Who got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Say who got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
I said who got the power? What kind of power?
People
I
power.
said who got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Good afternoon, DC. My name is Cam White, and I'm from the DC Liberation Center, joining y'all today in protest. We are here today because we reject what ICE and the racist collaborators that we call MPD. We can see them right now. We reject what these racist cops and these racist ICE officers is doing to our city. We reject what ICE and the police and all these agents of the state is doing to our immigrant brothers and sisters and siblings all across the country right now. And more importantly, most importantly of all, we are here to mourn the tragic killing of 3 men within the past 8 days who were murdered by ICE officers in Houston and Maine and Augustine, Florida. We know right here in DC, just as well as all over the DMV area, just as well as countless communities all around the country right now, that ICE is a destructive and destabilizing force on all of our communities. We've seen senseless killings for years. Republican and Democrat administrations in the White House and in Congress makes no difference. This year alone, in June, there was a $75 billion budget increase to the Department of Homeland Security and a ramp up in the terroristic action that they have been funding through the agency called ICE all across the country. And we are already seeing the effects of that here in DC and around the country. Shame on that. Shame. Mosey on over here. We are out here because we know that we cannot rely on what some politician says or what some president in the White House tries to do. The only thing we can rely on is the people who keep us safe. Who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? That's right. And we know that even as the repression that we're seeing in the form of tragic ICE killings, just as we saw in Minnesota and Minneapolis earlier this winter, and as we're starting to see again a ramp up as they surge through our city here in DC this summer, and as they're surging throughout the country right now, communities all over are waking up, they are getting activated, and they are getting organized, and they are saying, no, we are going to fight back against ICE. No, we are not going to accept ICE kidnapping our neighbors and picking up fathers and husbands and mothers and teachers and students from separating them out from their communities. The people are going to stand up and we are going to say, ICE out of DC, ICE out of everywhere. DC. And so that's why today, right here from the DC Liberation Center and Southeast DC, we are joining more than 70 cities holding demonstrations right now to reject the violence that we have been seeing from ICE all over the country, and to say that we stand with our immigrant neighbors. We stand with our community members who is facing the brunt end of this ICE terror. And we will reject it, and we will come out, and we will stay in the streets, because we've seen, just like the people in Minneapolis showed us, that when we move, and when we organize, and when we get in the street, and we show them the effect of our labor, that we have the power to hold. We, the working people of this country, the people that make this country run, we have the power to shut it down, and that is the only power that they fear. And so, folks, I'm very honored to be able to address you all today and to kick off our brief program. I appreciate everybody who came out in the sun, in the heat, in the not so optimal air quality that we're blessed with here in the DC metro area today. But we're out here for a purpose, and we're out here for a reason, and we're here to make that reason known. And so if I could just give a very quick safety announcement, these ones is gonna start messing us if we do. So please stay in the area right around the mic here. That sound good to y'all? Yeah. Okay, excellent. First, I'm gonna call up to the stage. We got a great program here for today of speakers that's gonna talk to us about the issue we're facing here. First, I'm gonna call up to the stage Miguel. Where is Miguel? All right.
Yo.
All right. We're finally for Miguel.
What's up, y'all?
Miguel is going to read us a statement from the family of Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, who wanted to be here today to join us, and the friends of Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, who wanted to be here today to join us, but unfortunately could not make it. So we're going to have Miguel read a statement that they sent us to read. So please give your warm welcome. Give a hand to Miguel.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. Tonight we gather to honor the life of Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, to stand with his family and to remember a man whose life was defined by what he gave to others. For more than 30 years, Lorenzo built homes across the Houston area with his own two hands. He spent his life creating places where other families could build memories, long before he was finally able to build a home for his own. But Lorenzo built more than just houses. He built community. Friends and family describe someone who never forgot the opportunities he had been given and made sure to extend those same opportunities to others. When someone needed work, Lorenzo found a way to help. When someone needed support, he showed up. He believed that hard work deserved a chance. Above all, he built a family. His sons have spoken about a father who taught them through his example to work hard, to treat every person with dignity, and to love your family without condition. He measured success not by what he had, but by what he could give. Lorenzo wanted what so many people want, to work hard, come home to his family every night, and watch his children grow. This future was taken from him. His death is an immeasurable loss to his wife, his sons, his loved ones, and to a community that was stronger because of him. Tonight we remember Lorenzo not simply for how his life ended, but for the generosity, integrity, and love that defined the life he lived. And because we honor that life, we also refuse to accept the circumstances of his death. We are not gathered only to mourn, we are gathered to demand accountability. We demand the immediate release of the 3 men who were detained during the same operation as Lorenzo, including his own brother. They deserve the opportunity to speak freely about what they witnessed without coercion or pressure to abandon their legal rights. We demand real, enforceable legislation that ends the use of unmarked vehicles, unidentified agents, and enforcement tactics that terrorize neighborhoods and treat working people like targets instead of human beings. We demand that the agents responsible for killing Lorenzo Salgado Araujo and Johan Sebastian Duran Gorengo be publicly identified and held accountable. No badge, no vehicle, and no agency should shield those responsible for taking a human life from public scrutiny or equal justice under the law. And we demand an end to the fear that has spread through immigrant communities across this country. Families should not have to fear driving to work, taking their community to school, or returning to homes at the end of the day. Communities deserve safety, dignity, and justice, not terror. Justice for Lorenzo Salgado Araujo. Justice for Juan Sebastian Duran Guerrero. Justice for every family that has suffered unimaginable loss because of ICE's violence. And peace for every family who it hasn't reached yet.
All right, thanks, Miguel. Let's have a round of applause. All right, DC. All right, we're going to do another chant. Let me hear you say, when immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? I said, what do we do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? I said, what do we do? What do we do? When the people's rights are under attack, what do we do? I said, what do we do? I said, what do we do? When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? I said, what do we do? We are here today because we know what we have to do. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
I said, isn't that right?
Yeah!
We're out out here today because we know what to do when the Department of Homeland Security says that they want to build a multi-million-dollar ICE headquarters right here in the heart of Southeast DC. Are we going to let them build a multi-million-dollar ICE headquarters right here in the heart of Southeast DC? Hell no. And so that's why I'm honored to bring up our next speaker for the day. We're going to bring up David from the Party for Socialism and Liberation, who is going to tell us about the plan ICE HQ and what we are, the people, are going to do to fight back. Let's get up here, David. ICE out of DC! ICE out of DC! ICE out of everywhere! ICE out of everywhere! ICE out of DC! ICE out of DC! ICE out of everywhere! I said ICE out of everywhere! ICE out of everywhere! ICE out of everywhere! ICE out of everywhere! Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is David and I'm a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. And as Cam said earlier, my main job is to talk about the specific conditions we have here in DC as it pertains to the national fight against ICE in all our communities. We see and we're out here now in the sun, in the heat, and like he said, in the terrible air quality. In an area that has been historically disinvested in. That instead of allocating money for healthcare and rehabilitating the healthcare clinics and the hospital here in Southeast, they rather put it in an ICE detention center. Shame! $300 million. Shame! To perpetuate violence and death and slaughter. Shame! We as the people of DC and all surrounding communities reject this project, reject the overall plan of the Trump administration, and reject ICE presence in all our communities. We have a very specific role here in DC. Not just standing in the gap and representing our interests all across the nation, standing in solidarity with our people in Houston for Lorenzo Araujo, standing in the gap with people in Florida with Joe, and even now in Georgia with Jesus Silva. 4 people in the span of a week, 4 people killed by the deportation machine. Shame.
The locals aren't happy with us.
We have a task here in Southeast DC. Not even 5 minutes away on the St. Elizabeth's campus, they are investing, they have broken ground on a monumental project that will bring all sorts of destruction in this city. We must stand in resistance. We must fight in resistance. And we must organize against any attempt to further disrupt our communities. And we will continue that fight. Nationally, like Cam said, we stand and we work and we are organizing around the country 70 different demonstrations. 70 different demonstrations across the country with people railing against the administration that is allowing the killings, the murders of all these people, working people. People who all they want to do is provide for their families. We must join that fight, DC. We must join that fight right here, right now. The next step, as always, is to organize against this.
Look into the DC Liberation Center and the Party for Socialism and Liberation as we take on petitioning, as we take on rallies like this, and as we continue to push until this center is stopped and all ICE presence is taken off our streets. We are not just pushing for an end to traffic stops. We're not just pushing for an end to the surge. We're not just pushing for an end to a quota. We're pushing to abolish ICE, abolish CPB, and legalization for all our immigrant neighbors. The next job that we all have to do is organize. We must organize. We cannot push this fight past a rally, past a demonstration, past a march. We have to take it all the way to the end, and we can only do that through organization. So tap into an organizer around here. Tap into anyone that says they're representing an organization as we continue to push to say ICE out of DC, ICE out of our communities, and ICE out of everywhere. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
I said the people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
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 Thank you, thank you.
They all say
Let's
the
make
same
some
thing.
noise. ICE out of DC. I said ICE out of everywhere. Said ICE out of DC. I said ICE out of everywhere. ICE out of Southeast. ICE out of everywhere.
ICE supporters over here.
ICE out of Southeast. We
got ICE supporters over here. Y'all support ICE? Y'all support ICE? All right. You want to talk to me? No? All right. But y'all support ICE though. Okay, so do I. All right. Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I hear you. They didn't want to be on camera, but they support ICE. I think they thought I was with them. They thought I was the enemy trying to give them shit. But they support ICE though. That's the people from the neighborhood. Yeah.
Estamos todos aquí, gracias por los que están aquí este día en este grupo. Da coraje saber de que en un país robado, tierras robadas, estemos muriendo, peleando por tierras robadas. No vamos a dejar que muera otro Lorenzo. Tenemos que luchar entre nosotros mismos. Según las leyes, el gobierno está para defenderlos, pero ahora están para matarlos. Y eso no debería estar pasando en un lugar como dice Estados Unidos. Todos soñamos por un lugar libre, pero ahora no estamos libres. Hoy estamos encerrados, aunque digamos que salimos a la calle, pero no vamos a saber si vamos a regresar a la casa, si nuestros hijos van a tener que crecer con sus hijos o van a estar huérfanos. Lastimosamente, Han muerto no solo Lorenzo, no solo el joven que ha muerto y luego, sino que también los anteriores. Y por eso mismo le pido a la población, a la comunidad, seamos fuertes día a día y no dejemos que ellos triunfen. Porque pueblo que lucha triunfa y un pueblo callado jamás será escuchado y un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Buenas tardes.
Please make some noise for los mariposas migrantes de DC. Let me hear that one more time. I like the way that sound. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
I said el pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
La lucha obrera no tiene frontera.
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 ICE out of DC.
ICE out of DC.
ICE out of everywhere.
ICE out of everywhere.
I said ICE out of DC.
ICE out of DC.
ICE out of everywhere. I said ICE out of DC.
ICE out of DC.
ICE out of everywhere. I said ICE out of DC.
ICE out of DC.
ICE out of everywhere.
ICE out of everywhere.
You say no ICE HQ.
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 I said no ICE HQ.
No ICE HQ.
Next on the stage, if we can borrow him for a quick second, representing Ward 8 residents, is Mr. Saleem available to us at the moment? We're gonna have join up here. Ward 8 resident, Mr. Saleem is gonna come join us today. Thank you, brother, for being with us today. Good afternoon, everybody. Make some noise. ICE out. 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 I want to say thank you to all of the organizers who put this together in spite of all of the conditions that we're going through. Let's give the organizers a round of applause. Big shout out to WPFW. Big shout out to all of the press that's helping us to tell this story and get this message out, because we know it won't be on CNN, right? So clap it up for all the independent journalists.
Big shout out to Manny.
But most importantly, clap it out for all of you for being out here, no matter what the conditions are, and being consistent with being on the ground and mobilizing and organizing our communities. Give yourselves a round of applause. My name is Saleem Adopo. I serve as the chairperson of Advisory Neighborhood Commission 8C, and we are right here in the heart of the ANC, and the ICE facility that has been proposed is right down the street, right here in our commission. And I want to say big shout out to the Party for Socialism and Liberation, who came to our ANC, proposed a resolution, and we were able to get that resolution passed. So we want to say thank you to the organization for doing some good work. And one of the reasons why we are opposed to that, not just because of all of the harm that it's doing to immigrants across the country and in DC, we are right here at the intersection of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, a historic avenue right here in the city. There's only about 4 or 5 intersections in this whole country where Malcolm X and Martin Luther King intersect, and this is a federal property right here, and it has no resources going into its development. So if we can put tens of millions of dollars of our tax dollars into developing an ice facility, we could do that right here, right? Make some noise if you want to see this area right here where our children come to play, redevelop, so this could be a space for our families. Make some noise for that, please. We have to build this infrastructure, right? We don't need another facility that is put together for the detriment of our immigrants community. We need a facility that is built for the health and well-being of the residents right here in DC. Make some noise if you think that's true. What's going on, big brother? This is my big brother right here. Let's clap it up for him. Historically, what we've seen is not just underinvestment, right? That's not what it is. There was no plans for investment. So it's not underinvestment. There was no plans for the investments of developing not just this community, but many black communities and immigrant communities across the country. So the plan that they have is working very well, right? What was it? Yes, ma'am. What was it that they had when the new parties came in with Trump's plan? What was it? The Heritage Foundation. What was their plan? What was it? Anybody remember what that plan was? Project, what, 2026? Right? Where was our plan at? We have to organize. We do a lot of studying. We do a lot of reading. We do a lot of conversations. We do a lot of rallying. But now it's time for us to have our plan. And our plan has to definitely call for not only fighting back, but building up our communities. And how do we do that? We do that by being part of organizations. How many people out here are part of an organization? And if you're not, there are organizations right out here that you can be a part of. So make sure you get in contact with some of the organizers and be part of an organization. The next thing that I know that we definitely have to do is refuse and resist. We have to contact our leaders, elected leaders across the country. DC does not have an elected representative in the United States Congress. So what does that mean? That means we got to organize for state what? State what? We got to organize for what? We got to organize for what? We got to organize for what? And so that way we can make sure we have a voice to push back on this resistance. I know it's hot. We're going to get ready to step off, so I'm going to turn the mic back over. Thank you.
Let's get a hand for Mr. Saleem. Let me hear one more time. Say no ICE HQ. No ICE HQ. No ICE HQ. No ICE HQ. ICE out of DC. ICE out of DC. ICE out of everywhere. I said ICE out of DC. ICE out of DC. ICE out of everywhere. ICE out of everywhere. Money for jobs and education. Money for jobs and education. Not for ICE and deportation. Not for ICE and deportation. Money for jobs and education. Not for ICE and deportation. I said the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. I said the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. I said the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. I said the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. And that's why Monday night, 2 nights from now, at 337 H Street Northeast, the DC Liberation Center is going to be hosting a forum seminar on immigration and the current system that we're dealing with that is causing all of these problems in our community, all of these sources, all of these problems of underfunding,
or non-funding as the case may be. That system is called capitalism. And on Monday night at 6 p.m., 337 H Street Northeast, right down the street here on H Street neighborhood, DC Liberation Center is going to be hosting a forum where we are going to be discussing this problem. We are going to be meeting with our neighbors, and we are going to be working on a plan and mobilizing and working on strategies to figure out how we can build power, not only in Southeast DC, not only on H Street, but in the entire DC area, in the entire DMV area. Let's make some noise for that. People, it's been an absolute pleasure to be out here with you all today. Once again, my name is Cam from the DC Liberation Center. You can follow us on Instagram at DC Liberation Center or the Party for Social and Liberation at PSLDC. Today, the next day, and every single day until immigrants have rights just like every single one of us in this country. Until no community member, no father, no mother, no student going to school has to fear for their life or from being separated from their family and kidnapped by an ICE agent in broad daylight. Until that vision is a reality, myself and all of the people of DC is going to be out here in the streets. So I will see you in the streets.
Supposed to be a march up to where the ice facility is supposed to be. I'm gonna mute for this music. So there's supposed to be a march up to where they're supposed to put the new ice facility. I just had to mute it because they started playing music. That's a big no on here. So we're just gonna chill for a minute and then follow the march. So if I mute, it's because of the music, and then we'll be back on in a minute. That's our girl. They were saying bring ICE to DC. That's the pro-ICE neighborhood, people from the neighborhood. That's right. March should start in a few minutes, I think. Music break. I'll be right back, y'all. I don't know if they're still doing the march. It doesn't seem like. Maybe it's too hot to march. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. No. Seems like well, they don't have the streets closed, so I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be a march up to the ice facility. Maybe they canceled it because it's too hot. I don't know. Right. Too hot. Winston spitting facts. Let's see. Yeah. No, thank you. I don't know what's going on. It was supposed to be a march up to the site of the proposed new ice facility, so we're gonna hang out, find out, see what's going on, and then as soon as we're done here, heading straight back to Baltimore. Their anti-ice protest is supposed to start at 4:30 Eastern, so it'll take me about probably 45 minutes to get up there. So I'll fly up the Beltway and cover as much of that as I can for you. If they don't do the march here, I'll be able to catch the whole thing, but we'll see. We're gonna play it by ear. I'm gonna hang out and see if they do the march or not. Yeah, you mentioned Malcolm X. This is the intersection. Malcolm X and MLK, right on the corner.
I can just keep going like whenever people
Wow.
Last question for
Doesn't
on the story today about how the ice convictions are basically being
doesn't look like yeah. That's what I'm doing, you fucking moron.
A capitalist plan. It's not a capitalist slavery.
Again, hell of a game. They just can't get over that 500. Same last year. It's like go win 3-4 in a row and get to like one game under 500. It's part of it, you know? Yeah. Hope they get on a roll. Oh yeah, brother.
No, can't stop.
Fellow Orioles fan.
I guess they've been reinstated. So that's precisely the type of experience that you have.
So we're gonna see what happens. So the bug. There's people over here from the neighborhood that are pro-ice. There was supposed to be a march for those of you who just came in. Don't look like that's happening though. I guess that got canceled because of the heat. They were supposed to march up to the proposed site of the new ice facility, which is like 3 blocks away. The roads are not closed, so I'm guessing we had another quick fast, low energy protest in Washington, D.C. this week. I'm not leaving yet, just in case they do march, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Looks like the heat took the energy out of the revolution. The good news is if they don't do the march, I'll be able to get up and catch the entire protest in Baltimore. It's in Patterson Park, which is a big Hispanic neighborhood. So it's probably going to be a good turnout. Might be some crazies there. So Baltimore might get wild. Yeah. I'm guessing that it looks like it's not happening. Crowd's kind of dwindling. The streets aren't closed. It's just one left here, sure. Huh. Yeah, cops going somewhere. We are in the hood, so it looks like.
And you can say my mother, okay? 3, 2, 1. Hi. Hi, thank you so much for accepting the request. And Christopher, that we moderated with you, and I think for the interview, and also
It looks like.
Oh, did I get it?
Looks like no march to me. Crowds dwindling down. Looks like we might be heading to Baltimore sooner than we thought. First thing that comes to your head when you see the back of that shirt. Put it in the chat. What's the first thing that comes to your head with that? Future of what?
Put the camera down, motherfucker. You slick.
No. We're in America, baby. We're in America. America, you can feel whatever you want. Learn the laws. No, you're wrong. No, thank you. It's funny, even the pro-ice natives are scared of cameras. It's wild. Welcome to the hood. It's looking like no march. No march. Looks like we're going to get to Baltimore on time and catch that entire thing.
Oh, it's on mine.
Well, ladies and gents, a little bit more energy than the one that was Tuesday, but it was supposed to be a big march to the the site of the projected new ice facility. That's what the whole protest was originally about. And then they joined that nationwide thing. But this was already planned before the nationwide protest was planned. So no march up to the projected site of the new ice facility, I guess. So it looks like this might be it. I'm gonna hang out a couple more minutes, but if we end the stream, I'm heading straight back to Baltimore. 4:30 Eastern. They're having anti-ice rally in downtown Baltimore, so we're gonna go straight there. That one might get wild. The natives in Baltimore in a big park might get wild. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like everybody the hell, yeah, they're all leaving. The PSL people are leaving. PSL people are leaving. So they're all gone. All the red shirts are gone. All right. So that's my cue. Now I'll be able to get to Baltimore. Give me about an hour to get up there and park, and I'll be at 4:30 Eastern-ish. Look for me to go live again right here on YouTube. Love y'all. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, it was it was weak, but Baltimore, it might be. Sometimes they get crazy up there. So I will see you all in Baltimore in about an hour or so. Deuces. Love y'all.